on folks, welcome back to the channel. Keith here from DUNDEE Celtic. So I'll give you a match preview for Saturday away at Dundee United, 5:30 kick-off on Sky Sports. Look at second away trip of the campaign. Obviously we all know what happened with Kilmarnock. Feels like a long time now since we actually kicked a bit of football in Scottish football, so obviously it's been a long 2 weeks. So let's just kick this off. My starting 11, we're expecting a tough game against Dundee United. They've been pretty decent since they came back up. They got a victory against Ross County last week as well, so they're looking pretty good as an outfit. So my starting 11 would be Barkas in goal. Done quite well, comfortable the other day at home against Reykjavik. So Barkas in goal. Right back's a tough one. Alhamid had a really good game against Reykjavik. Wasn't under pressure, very composed, looked well, pushing up, got the 2 assists. I'd start him right back. Left back, Greg Taylor. We don't have any other left backs at the moment that could fit in there. He's doing quite well, he's playing quite good, so he'll be in there. I'd bring Oya back into the squad, drop Beaton back onto the bench with Julian in there, partnering. Look at the 2 Chris's are going to be our 2 centre backs for the whole campaign, even in European competitions. That's who I'd start anyway, so I'm going to go with them. Defensive midfielder Scott Brown, obviously Bruni in there. Bruni came off the other night against Reykjavik. It was a tactical sub for Olivier to come on, so get Bruni a bit of energy, obviously for the weekend game. So Bruni be in there. Obviously Callum played decent the other night. He wasn't a standout performer, but he played quite well. So I'd have him in there. I'd actually start Olivier and I'd drop Christie. I'd bring Christie on as a super sub for this game. I think Olivier showed a good bits of energy when he came on for Bruni. I think he's obviously can hit one from far out, very fast, very good with his feet. So very good at tackling as well. So Olivier in there and push Callum up as the number 9. So Olivier more deeper with Bruni, Cal pushing up. On the right is a tough one. This is really getting to a lot of people. Should we drop Forrest? Should we bring Frimpong in or Karamoko? I think Neil Lennon's going to stick with Forrest anyway, so I would have started with Forrest, but it's a tough one to call because he hasn't scored yet this campaign. A lot of people are getting very agitated with his performances. I know it's only 2 games in. Even against Reykjavik, he wasn't the greatest, but we have to stand by him. He's been a good player for the last 10 years at Celtic. You know, every player has a bit of bad form, so once he's putting a shift in, getting a couple of assists, that's all we need. If he can come up with a goal, that'd be even a bonus for us. So Forrest on the right, Mohamed and Nusi on the left. Mohamed was the man the match the other day against Reykjavik. Obviously 2 goals. His link-up play was very good. Even the eagerness to get on the ball and win the ball back was absolutely immense. So I'd go with Anusi there, and up front to be Edward. You know, he's going to stick with the main man himself. You know, we have ammunition in the locker. We have Jetty now, if you Kamala in there. I think he'll go with Edward, see how we get on going into the second half, and he might tactically change it around, similar to what he done with Reykjavik. He could bring on the 2 lads, change the formation. But Edward with this one, I'm not expecting a 2 or 3 goal win. I'm expecting just a 1-0. The reason why is because it's going to be one of our toughest away trips all season. Dundee are only promoted. They're looking good as an outfit, and we've had some great memories in Tannadice. Obviously winning the league there in 2008, Hooper scoring there in 2010 and 11. Obviously Tony Watt and Miku, that victory as well. We've had some good times out there, you know, and let's roll on. Let's get a victory. Let's get up that table. Let's get them points in. But overall, it's just going to be 1-0. But if we have depth on the bench, we bring Karamoko on. We can bring Beaton on. If Olivier doesn't start, bring Olivier on. You know, there is a lot of good players that we could rely on. But I'm going to go with 1-0 on this. So the transfer now is Shane Duffy is still linked with Celtic. It's ourselves and West Ham that are the favourites to get him. West Ham originally want to put a bid in of 5 million permanent job for him. I can't see Brighton selling him to West Ham for 5 million, considering West Ham are one of their relegation opponents, you could say. No disrespect to the 2 clubs, but the 2 clubs are always down in that kind of level. So if we can pay the 2 million up front for the services from a season, just go for it. But the twist is with Brighton, they're looking at Tom Rogic. I know last night he said that a Qatari team, an unnamed Qatari team, has put an approach for Tom Rogic for 4 million. But if this can help us get Duffy over the line, sell Rogic to Brighton. Why not? Like, you know, if you go to see him getting a bit of Premier League football, he's been great the last 7 years for us. You know, unfortunately he's been suffering a lot of injuries, but I'd like to see him move on. As much as I hate saying that, but we've enough in the department. I don't want to see him rotting on the bench, rotting deserves. I'd like to see him progress in his career, especially for international as well. For Australia, it'd be good for him as well. So if that can help get Duffy over the line, happy days, you know, happy days there. The Tony speculation still going on, still floating around. It's more so speculation down in England, and that the owner and the co-owner are saying that they're still opening the offers from Celtic. They're trying to milk the price here, because he was originally meant to go to Brentford for 10 million. That deal, he was getting offered add-ons. That deal broke down. He wants to challenge himself. He doesn't want to play in the Championship. He either wants to play in the Premier League or play for a team that are from European football. So Celtic is an ideal fit for him if we can offer him European football. I know it's a bit of a scratch in the head because we have Griffiths in there. By the way, happy birthday, Lee Griffiths. Happy 30th. We still have Griffiths in there. We still have Jetty. We have Kamal and we have Edward. So unless Lenny's thinking of the horizon when Edward leaves after 10 in a row, who's going to be our strikers? Who's going to be the main boys? You know, obviously Jetty will be. Can you bring Tony in? Look at Tony, as we touched on before, I always wanted him more than a Jetty. And if we can get him over the line for a decent fee, I don't think Celtic should pay more than 6 million for him. I know they're looking for 10 million, but 6 million, very most. 24 goals in 32 games for Peterborough. He's been a decent player last season and he is highly rated. There is talks that he could go back to Newcastle where he started his career off, so we'll have to see. There's another lad we're being linked with, Transport striker Caleb Abukaban. Now I do apologise if I pronounced that wrong. He's from Ghana. He's played for Ghana 10 times. He's scored 4 goals for Ghana. He's not doing well in the Turkish league, even though Transport are a good side. Obviously they play against the likes of Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, you know, all these good teams. Besiktas as well. But the reports is that we've actually bidded 4.5 million for him today. That's the reports coming out. Looking at his goals ratio, it's not great. He's had spells at Leeds United and stuff, but I really don't want this lad. You know, I've watched the bits of him on YouTube. I don't rate him. I really rather get Tony, you know. I just don't think this lad would suit our play. He's 24 years of age. He's represented Ghana a few times, as I said. He's played in the Turkish league. He has a bit of championship experience. I just don't want him. I just don't like, as I said, the goal ratio doesn't look great. You know, we need someone that has a good goal ratio. Like previously, we're going to go for Shona Weisman. His goal to game ratio was brilliant. You know, Tony goal game ratio. I know obviously Jetty wasn't good goal to game ratio when he was West Ham because it was different. He wasn't getting much games, but in the Swiss league, he proved it. He proved the international stage. But look I don't trust the ward in this one. I don't trust Lenny in this one. I just don't think it's a good sign for us. So we'll have to see what goes on. So as I said, my prediction for the weekend, I'm going to go 1-0 Celtic. Regards to the Duffy situation, I think we will get him over the line. I think it's another 2 or 3 weeks of grinding at this deal. If Tom has to go the other way to Brighton, let Tom go. I wish him the very best. And I don't think we're going to get Tony. I think this is just a stunt to hike the money up, and I don't think Celtic will play it. So that's why they've been looking at other avenues, looking at the Turkish league and other leagues as well. But we'll have to see what happens. Comment below what you think of the transfer so far. Comment below what you think of the game the weekend. Are you optimistic going in at Tannadice? Are we going to hammer them? Is it going to be banana skin? Are we going to perform? Are we going to wear the mint jersey? Or it'll be the home jersey? We shall see. So I appreciate the support so far, teams. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you all on Saturday night. Hail, hail.